Hello, nice to see you again, and today I'm going to show you the XA Ultra. This is a 6-inch Sony phone. It's quite a large phone. If you're used to a small size phone, you might find this a little bit too big, but it's well laid out, feels good in the hand, headphone socket on the top, power button on the side, camera button as well, volume rockers. And at the time of review, this was running Android 6 and it runs it very well. The Sony interface looks good, it's very smooth, it's very easy to use, I really like it. Large size might be a problem for some, so Sony have added this one-handed mode. So as you can see, I've just converted it to one-handed mode. It looks like a much smaller phone now, and you can use that either with your left or right hand, and when you're done, you can revert back to the full screen. As I mentioned, this has a dedicated camera button, which I always like to see because I do like a bit of photography. It does need a bit of a push down, and you can still use the on-screen button if you prefer. I really like the photo results. You get great colours from this, and it does good video as well. So this is just a quick example of the XA Ultra's video. The large screen is really good for reviewing this as you're going along, and it seems to be keeping up with all the movement. Looks good. So this is just a quick test of the front-facing camera. And looking at the large screen, this is a really good phone if you're into vlogging, because you've got a nice large screen, you can see everything that's going on, it's reacting well to the movement. The picture quality on the screen looks fantastic, so I'll be interested to see what it looks like when I get it on the PC. And it's actually not too bad to hold in the hand. You probably want maybe a selfie stick, otherwise you're going to get a bit of arm ache. So it's worth noting the XA Ultra has now gone end of life, and Sony's bringing out the XA1 Ultra, so you're going to be able to get some really interesting end-of-life deals on this phone coming up. So if you're looking for a large screen phone, now might be the time to grab hold of this one, as it's probably going to be on offer. So if you have a look around, you'll probably get some really great deals as they look to clear the stock ahead of the XA1 Ultra, which is coming out later in May, I think it is, May, June 2017. It should be getting released and hitting the shelves. As well as being good for reviewing photos, the large screen is great for game playing. You get plenty of space, it's really nice and clear. Games run really well. The only downside to this phone is that the speakers are on the bottom, and that means in a game like this, your hands tend to cover them. The large screen though does give you plenty of real estate. Your hands don't get in the way when you're playing games like Modern Combat. You can easily access the controls and still see everything that's going on, and you can see it's actually running really well. Considering this is a mid-range phone, games actually run surprisingly well on it. That large screen does have a bit of a power draining effect though. There is a stamina mode and an ultra stamina mode, and there's also a useful feature to clear out the cache of certain apps that aren't used to keep space free and keep things running really nice and smoothly. For those into your stats, these are the Antutu scores after I've run it, and you can see it pretty much confirms game performance is mid-level, although I found it to be pretty good. And if we scroll down, you'll see that the performance overall is mid to high end, and it's able of supporting large apps and multitasking. Overall then, I'm really impressed with this phone for the price. I think it gives you a lot of features, really nice screen, great Sony camera. It's a really good all-rounder. Just a pity about that speaker on the bottom if you're a game player. As usual, I'll put a link in the description below. I hope you found this short review useful. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe. Thanks for watching.